Welcome to ADHD Philadelphia, where neuroscience meets everyday mental health care. Today, we're exploring how neuroplasticity, combined with the right medication and therapy, helps strengthen one of the brain's most important regions, the Anterior Cingulate Cortex, or ACC. This is the part of your brain that helps you focus, regulate emotions, and shift gears when life gets complicated. Think of the ACC as your brain's control center, or even better, your gear shifter. It detects when something isn't going right, helps redirect your attention, and guides emotional balance and decision-making. When the ACC isn't working efficiently, something that can happen with ADHD, anxiety, PTSD, or depression, focus feels foggy, emotions feel bigger than life, and motivation can vanish. But here's the exciting part. Your brain isn't stuck that way. It can change, rebuild, and rewire itself through neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to form new pathways through repetition, learning, and experience. Every time you practice mindfulness, organize your day, or challenge a negative thought, you're training your ACC. We can think of it like a workout. Each skill, coping tool, or moment of self-awareness strengthens the connections that help your ACC communicate better with the prefrontal cortex and amygdala, the regions involved in decision-making and emotion regulation. Over time, your brain literally rewires itself for better focus, control, and calm. Just like lifting weights builds muscle, consistent mental effort builds neural strength. And that's where treatment synergy becomes powerful, when we combine neuroplasticity training with targeted medication support. For adults with ADHD, stimulant medications like methylphenidate or amphetamines increase two key neurotransmitters, dopamine, which drives motivation and reward, and norepinephrine, which sharpens alertness and attention. These chemicals act as neural fuel, optimizing the environment inside your ACC so it can function efficiently. Think of medication as temporary scaffolding. It doesn't do the building for you, but it makes the construction possible. Let's picture your brain as a city full of roads. Before treatment, the roads connected to focus and self-control might be unpaved dirt paths, slow and bumpy. Medication is like the heavy machinery that clears and stabilizes the ground. Neuroplasticity, through therapy, skill building, and daily practice, is what paves the new highway. Each time you engage in focus-building habits, you lay a new layer of asphalt. Consistency makes that path stronger, smoother, and eventually automatic. Here's another way to imagine it. When ADHD is active, it's like using a remote control with weak batteries. You press start on a task, but nothing happens. You press stop on an impulse, and your brain doesn't respond. Medication replaces those weak batteries, making your start and stop commands clear and immediate. But the real growth happens when you use that remote to repeatedly choose healthier, more intentional actions. That repetition is what cements new neural pathways. Imagine walking a new path through fresh snow. At first, it's difficult. You sink, you stumble, and it's tempting to go back to the old, easier route. But the more you walk that new path with focus, mindfulness, and structure, the smoother it becomes. That's neuroplasticity at work, your brain solidifying a new habit pathway. Medication gives you the energy to step off the old trail, and your consistent effort keeps packing the snow into a new, efficient route. This is what modern ADHD care is all about, not just managing symptoms, but reshaping the brain for long-term wellness. At ADHD Philadelphia, we integrate neuroscience, therapy, and evidence-based medication management to help every individual build lasting change. You are not broken. Your brain is trainable, resilient, and capable of remarkable transformation. With the right tools, support, and consistency, your ACC, your brain's control center, can become stronger than ever. ADHD Philadelphia, rewiring focus, restoring balance, empowering change.